Hi, everybody. Welcome back. Let's get another message for you and see what's going on. I'm going to start by clearing the energy. Okay. So I pre-shuffled the deck, but I'm going to give it a last one, a last shuffle, and then we'll cut it and see who this message is for today and what it is going to be about. Okay. So we have judgment, second chances. This is like a resurrection and another chance for you to do something. I feel like some of you have been waiting for this for a long time, or it's resurrecting something that you didn't think was possible. Ooh. Okay, so this is about your finances or your energy, or just like your prosperity and abundance. You are getting a second chance at making your life more stable and productive. You know, having the stability is going to make you feel really safe and secure, and also to finally allow you to go through this portal, right? Like it's like you've been waiting to ascend. You've been in the same place for a long time. You've been stagnant, right? It's like you're like, when am I ever going to catch a break, right? But you've been doing the work, and that's why this is coming up now. So you're going to get a chance to go through this garden gate, which actually I just watched The Secret Garden last night, the one from 1993, and they get into that garden, and she like changes everybody's life for the whole family just by going in there and planting some seeds, right? Some flowers. She helps them get over grief and health problems, and like then they're able to show the father and the son are able to show each other love, and she's able to receive love that she's never received from her parents who passed away. So you are getting this second chance now to go through this secret garden gate. You have the Empress and the Fool in reverse. So it's like these are going to be turning around for you in this next chapter, this next phase of your life. These are the things that you're working up to. Like you're working up to being able to enjoy your garden and, your life, and having a more leisurely life, not having to work so hard or hustle so hard, and to be able to enjoy it. I feel like, and we went over this yesterday, it's because you're releasing some of the responsibilities on your plate or the expectations you have of yourself. And the Empress is ruled by Venus, the planet of love and beauty. So you're going to this energy is going to make you have a lot more love for yourself. Not make you, but like that's the result of it. As you build your stability, you build this confidence, and then you love yourself more and you enjoy yourself more, and it starts to show more, and people notice how well you're doing, right? Um, and also, she has the 12 stars of the zodiac on her crown, which signifies that you're finally listening to the divine. You're finally listening to your intuition. And there's a crystal ball here on the top of her staff, which to me indicates clear sight and clear seeing. It's like you see the truth of the matter clearly at this point. And it's also going to be leading you to new places, just like this garden gate to the top of the mountain. Like here you are now at the top of the mountain, ready to like see what's next. And you've got like a fresh attitude and feel more happy-go-lucky. Your baggage is lighter, right? You're carrying less baggage because you've processed it now. You've been processing your emotions. And we'll clarify these cards as we go, but I want to get a couple more. What is this new adventure that you're setting off on? And this is coming in, right? Because it was in reverse. So this is coming in the next few weeks, next 2 months, something like that. What does the collective need to know about this? Yeah. So you are moving away from things that no longer serve you with your dignity intact. And I think it came in reverse. So I think that this is something that you already have done. And by moving away from these things that no longer serve you, that's what's bringing in all this good fortune. It's like you may have been staying in a chaotic energy because you felt like you had to, or like you had to do these things, for other people or for yourself, or like, you know, you didn't see like a way out before, but then you did, and then you left it, and that's why you're getting this resurrection energy. I just realized I didn't color on these cards yet, so I can't show you some of the cards, but there's only 6 cards that I have to be worried about. So so let's see. So you moved away from something, and it's allowing you to start like laying the groundwork for this new stable energy to come in. And I feel like, you know, you're gonna start to see the results here pretty quickly, because Empress is like a big jump, right? It's not just a queen, it's not, you know, it's not just a king, it's the Empress, right? And that's like a relaxed, nurturing life. Like, this might be something that you've wanted forever. Like, you may have felt like life was pretty chaotic for a long time, but you are starting to realize like that work-life balance. Oh, work-life balance is the thing that makes you the most happy. Like, you know, figuring out a way to make more money in less time with less, or if it's just less backbreaking work, like less labor intense work, you know, and that's the thing that is giving you this wish fulfillment. Like, you have become emotionally regulated, and you're 1 cup away from the 10 of Cups, which is like absolute emotional fulfillment. And it's like you know, you're protecting your emotions, and like you're protecting the things that you love, and you're cherishing them. And by being grateful for the things that you have, it's inviting the universe to give you more of them, right? Because now, you know, now that you've pared back a little bit, what's left is the good stuff. And so you're really like caring for this. You're not allowing anybody to come in and disturb your peace anymore. So it's keeping the peace. And so this is like a huge upgrade for you. This message is for the people that have been doing the work. You know, yeah, this is for the people that have been doing it. This is for the people that have been directing the change and deciding they want to change, or implementing the changes, instead of saying like, oh, why me? It's, what can I learn from this? And this collective, you've been doing this. So um, I know I sound heated, but like, I'm really proud of you. Like, this is really amazing. Yeah, it's just like a level up, and you're ready for this next adventure. You're ready now. Like, whereas before it may have seemed like a distant dream, right? Something for the future, like, oh, I can have this later. I think a lot of us, it's like you may have been like, oh, someday I'll be able to do this A, B, and C. Someday I'll be able to work towards my dream. If I just, whatever, pay off my debt, or things start to get better at home, or, you know, work starts to pick up, but for this collective, you finally decided, like, well, I'm not waiting for someday. I'm going to start to implement this right now. And that is why the universe is gifting you all of these wonderful things. What else, Spirit? What else do you want to tell the collective today? What else do the collective need to hear? It's also, you know what, I'm actually filming this right during the eclipse. Oh, Page of Swords, right? Like, yeah, the eclipse literally starts it's the solar eclipse, so it's the new moon over the sun, in 3 minutes. So Page of Swords, so it's like, yeah, you see things differently now. You can see the light of the end of the tunnel. Like, your perspective has changed, and like, you know, you're in the process of like learning new things. You know, I was just seeing this. We got 2 pages, learning new things, and also, you know, believing that this little dream you have can grow. Like, this, you know, now that this is for you, instead of like someday, or if I was like this, or if I was like that. No, this is the beginning of your future. Like, you know, you've been taking the baby steps, right? And that's why you're here in the page and not in the night. But it's like, you believe it's true now, and the universe is going, if you haven't been feeling this yet, this is what's coming up for you. The universe is gifting you this resurrection. These are your spirit guides, your ancestors, your angels, you know, whatever source energy, creator, whatever it is to you, whatever that means to you, like, this is coming in for you now. So, okay, so what are these pages going to do? I almost said little pages. What are these pages going to do? Knight of Swords, going to take action. You're going towards something, and you have a lot to say about it, right? Like, now you're able to speak your truth. You may have some things that you want to say to people in the past, or something that you want to write about your experiences, speaking in public or helping other people that have gone through what you've gone through. But this is definitely about speaking your truth. And it's like you're going for it. It's you know, like you believe that you're worthy, and, people can't just come in and change your mind, because now you're already going full speed ahead, right? And with confidence and clarity, right? Now that you have the clarity, you know your worth, you've dropped some baggage, you're going for it, right? This is very exciting. What else here? Ooh. King of Swords, growth, right? It's like you're going to be on the top of your game. You're like uneffable with, right? Like you can't be, your judgment can't be clouded now. And like, you're very clear on the direction that you want to take. Whereas before it was just an idea, and then you're going for it. Like, I feel like by December, November, like things, you're just very clear headed, and things are really changing for you, right? You're diplomatic. You're going to be diplomatic. Like, if you're going to write a message to somebody or talk about something, you're not going to pop off. You're going to be, seated in your power and calm, cool, collected. You're a good communicator, and a good negotiator, and you look at contracts. It's like it's a very mature energy. Like, you had Page, Swords, King. So like you're going through like this, it's an exponential growth that's happening in your life right now for your greatest good. It's like, yeah, ooh, I really, really like this. Let me get one more. That was too soon. Um, hmm. I think now that you've cleared the path and done all of this, there is something, a choice that you're going to have to make, a direction that you're going to have to take. All of these swords imply a direction. And so, you sit with that energy so that you can protect yourself. This is an energy of protecting. And also, the mask has to do with going within, seeking the answers from within yourself. And I think that's the difference. It's because you're so self-secure that you seek the answers from within now, instead of from without. Like, people can't um, sway you in the wrong direction. You're not like, you don't need other people's opinions to validate who you are anymore. And so, like, you're okay with sitting in your own energy when you need to. Um, yeah, I really like this. Should I get one more? What's the final advice on this? What's the final advice? And again, I'm going to clarify all these messages right now. But what a King of Wands, right? So you go from being clear-headed, getting sorted out, getting your mind sorted, understanding yourself and your values and what you will take and what you won't take, and your boundaries are very clear, uneffable with, right? You were an island. And so now, because of that, you're starting to be very optimistic, and you're growing into your passions, and you're strongly protected, you're brave and courageous, and you go after what you want. Like, you're able to direct the change rather than like run after it. This is it's fire, but like the king, he leads, right? He's not like the knight of wands. You're like a leader now, and you're in your growth energy, and you're optimistic about it. And the future looks really, really bright. A lot of court cards here. Okay. Let's clarify. What is that? Okay. So, where do we want to clarify? I feel like this beginning part is very clear. Tell me about, let's just start at the beginning. So, Ace of Pentacles, tell me about this new beginning. Tell me about this new grounded energy coming in for the collective. Let's see what's going on. Let's clarify this. Yeah, because it's like you have goals now. You have goals that you're working towards of being self-sufficient. And like these are all of these skills that you've built up over time, cultivated, and you are starting to be, or you will start to be self-sufficient. This is the energy of a business owner or somebody that like is able to take care of themselves. You know, you may want other people around, but you don't need other people around anymore. It's like you're comfortable in yourself and prosperous and abundant. And yeah, you're looking very refined. Okay, and so tell me about the Empress reverse. Tell me about. Ooh. Yeah. Oh, the Lovers. You know, I think you're becoming very attractive. This is making you very attractive. You know, people are seeing, you know, you're confident, you're grounded, you're cool, collected. You know, and even if you're not abundant yet, people see you as abundant. People, it's like you are doing well for yourself and people are noticing. So it's attracting in potential suitors. What else about the Empress in reverse? And that is what is going to be coming in the fall. The King of Pentacles. You're attracting somebody that also has grounded energy, and that sees like it's giving like power couple dynamics. Like somebody sees you as like a wish fulfillment, right? And they also have a lot going on. The type of people that you attract into your life um, have more, you know, like they, you know, it's just a different quality because your alignment has changed, right? So, like, yeah, I love that for you. Queen of Swords, yeah. You know, they see you as somebody smart and savvy and clear-headed, intelligent, a good communicator. It's like you've got it all right now. You know, or you're going to be having it all. Like people are seeing the changes in you and it's very clear. I don't know if you're going to want this, you know, I wouldn't take the first person that comes along, but it's definitely saying that there is some potential if you want love, that it's going to be coming in because of all the work that you've done on yourself. You are just glowing up, looking so attractive. And then what about the Fool in reverse? Is about looking before you leap. You got that yesterday too. But it's also coming in that like it's going to be upright soon here. Yeah, you're going to be able to celebrate. You're going to be making new friends and finding people, again, that are in alignment with you. Like, this is something to celebrate. Um, you know, people are going to come in that love you, that have emotions for you, that like have that feel for you, you know, that understand you, that like, yeah, have your back. And it's the end of like this period that you've been going through of friction and competition and like people that are like green with envy or like, you know, if you were going through a tough time, it's like you're leaving it all behind. Like for some of you, you're leaving behind a group of people. um, and then the Queen of Cups, it's like you're nurturing this dream with the Fool. You're nurturing this dream. See the teapot that she has? That's like her hopes and dreams, and it's like you are protecting your emotions. You're listening to your intuition and your dreams. Yeah, she's got some cherubs here. You know, it's like a lot of love energy. You're a very loving person, or you're becoming more loving. I think because you were in protective energy that you couldn't like share that part of yourself, but you kind of like anybody that wasn't for you, they're not going to be in your life, and so therefore you can let out your emotional side. You don't have to be as protective of your energy. And so then you had the Six of Swords in reverse. What about Six of Swords in reverse? What was it that they left behind? What did you leave behind? Spirit, what did the collective leave behind? What no longer served you. It's very obvious. Like you went in search of more and you are finding it, right? And this is also the eclipse energy here with this is the only card with an eclipse on it. And you know, you went in search of more. You went in search of something that was going to satisfy your soul. And you left behind a lot of stuff. And that's why you don't have the baggage anymore. And so like this could be coming with the eclipse, like you just like knew it, like you knew it in your heart it was time to leave these things behind, and it was a long time coming. And that's what is giving you this wish fulfillment. What is the wish fulfillment? Why were the Nine of Cups here? Nine of Cups, tell me more. Oops, tell me more, Spirit. Nine of Cups, tell me more about this Nine of Cups. Simple pleasures. It's like you want to make more memories with your life. It's like you only live one life, and you want to make sure that you're enjoying it. You're going to have time to enjoy it now. You're going after the soft life, and like, you know, and you're going to be attracting people that are also wanting the soft life, that can enjoy the simple pleasures. And maybe you had a lot of things, but it was a lot on your plate and a lot to keep up with and a lot of responsibility. But so by reducing the amount of people and responsibilities and, toxic workplaces, like you're able to enjoy your time now, and like it regulates your nervous system, and it's just growing. This is growing, and I think you're going to start to really feel this after the second eclipse, which I think it's on August 27th. So September, October, November, it's like really, you're just changing your life around. You're like, kind of like, was like, you know what? No more funny business. No more funny business. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to play your reindeer games, right? Like, I know my self-worth, and like I'm just over that. I'm over it, right? I'm over it, and I'm leaving it behind, right? Like I may not know what's coming, but whatever it is, it's going to be better than that, right? And that is what you're doing here, right? And maybe before it was scary because it's like the unknown is scary. Like, what if I'm alone? For some of you, you might have moved someplace by yourself, right? And that's why you're getting the Fool. And like, yeah. But whatever it is like you have your pride intact, your dignity intact, and you know that you're like standing on your morals. And, by doing what you know is morally correct, it's just making your life so much better. And having gratitude for the simple things is making your life better. If you don't know that, like, gratitude attracts more good things in your life, like, I would recommend at this time, because it's not a good time to manifest during the eclipses, but maybe start a gratitude jar. Just get yourself like a big old mason jar and cut some strips of paper and just write on there, like, every day something that you're grateful for, and just fold it up and put it in there. And then if you're having a day where you're feeling like extra glum or sourpuss or like, frustrated, it's not working, go and open up that gratitude jar and just start reading them aloud and give thanks to the universe for all that you do have, because it's easy to forget. Like, it's easy to get caught up when we have like one thing that's really stressing us out, or not coming in, and we're like, why? You know, we got to stop asking the universe why, right? Like, we've got to act as if we already have it. So go with gratitude and give thanks every day. For some of you, you could even like bless your food or your water, stir your intention to your coffee in the morning. And this is really going to bring, it's going to tell, it signals to the universe, oh, this is what she thinks about. This is what he thinks about. So this is what we're going to bring more of in. You attract what you put out, you know, a positive times a positive equals a positive. That's algebra, right? So, you know, there you go. So tell me about these pages. What's going on with these pages? We've got new perspective. Like this whole changes your whole outlook and it brings in, you know, a new dream. You know, like maybe the Empress is just like a hope that someday you can have a better life, but now you're going to start nurturing this dream because you're feeling better, you're feeling more confident, you're feeling better. So tell me about the Page of Swords and the Page of Cups. Whoa. Whoa. Okay. So it's because you put down these burdens, right? And like it's kind of just clarifying what we already know here. Like this is what you left behind. Where like these burdens, these things that were weighing you down, like they don't trigger you, they don't, you know, you put them down, right? Or you're putting them down. You're figuring it out here. You're putting it down. This is a second chance. Don't forget, this is your second chance for a new lease on life. And you're going to, and if you have not put down some burdens or responsibilities or lightened your load a bit, this is your signal to do so. That's what this card is about. Like, what are you going to do to change your financial situation, right? How are you going to get to the Nine of Pentacles? You're going to put some stuff down, and that's going to change your perspective and give you new dreams, give you new things to think about, and enjoying the simple things, right? What is the Knight of Swords? What are we moving towards here with the Knight of Swords? What are we moving towards? What is the Knight of Swords doing here? Whoa! Oh, we got a second one. Okay, so that was the Six of Swords again. Okay, so you're putting in the work, but it's not going to look the same. I think it's actually, I think that for some of you, you're leaving behind some type of work. You may have left your job or your career or your business. And for others of you, by leaving something behind, you're starting to see results, and now you're able to speak your mind more clearly. I think that some of you may be starting channels on social media, writing. I know I said this before. Speaking in front of people, helping people that have gone through similar situations as you. And even if you don't think you're ready, the healer is healing. That's how they learn how to help heal other people. They heal other people by sharing their stories while they're healing, you know, or if you're doing, like Reiki, I do Reiki, or you're doing sound bowl, like sound healing. There's so many types of healing. But I think that yours has to do with communicating. Like you're communicating. And so it's a new kind of work. What else about the Knight of Swords do we need to know here? What is this communication? You got the Knight of Swords on the Knight of Swords. It's like, listen, lady, I said what I said. You're going to be speaking with lots of new people. You may be sending messages to, businesses that you want to work with and things like that, contacting businesses that you would like to work with, sending in your resume, things like that. What is the King of Swords here? Almost. It didn't quite want to come out. I don't think that was the one. Oh! You're not holding back your energy anymore with King of Swords, or you won't be holding back your energy. You're not holding back. Like, you are definitely not holding back. You're like, okay, I'm speaking my truth now. I'm speaking my truth, whether directly to somebody or on a camera. Like, I know what I think, I said what I said, and that's it. I see clearly now, and so you're reserving your energy for people that deserve it. That is way too many. Okay, tell me more about the King of Swords. So many court cards today. The Emperor. You're conserving your energy because you're planning for your future. You're planning to do something that's innovative, um, courageous. You may be spending a lot of time alone to work on this. The Emperor doesn't, Aries doesn't need people, right? They like the Aries is a mountain goat, and they can spend days up in the mountains on the rocks, just like looking out, eating some weeds, right? They like surveying from above. It's sort of a bird's eye perspective. And then deciding, which way, how am I going to get down from here? Like have you ever seen a mountain goat that's up on the rocks and it looks like impossible how they got there? And, and they figure out how to get down. It's a careful planning. It's also Mars energy, and it's like, I said what I said, and like you can't come back in and your words are now like meaningless. It's too little, too late, and I'm standing my ground. Um, and like people don't actually want a piece of your Mars energy um, anymore. Right, you're coming off as strong, secure, and it's like the Emperor to your Empress. It's like, um, you know, maybe first you have to be hard so that you can be soft, right? You have to like maintain the boundaries of your empire and make sure people aren't coming into your boundaries of your empire, and to be like a benevolent ruler of your life, to like be like, no, you know what? It's in my best interest to do this because this is my strategy to get where I'm going, right? And then only then can you live this soft life, right? You have to secure the perimeters of your empire. And so, yeah, so you're keeping your energy to yourself at this time because you know that like your peace is everything. The peace of the empire is everything. You're not letting people stir you up. These people can't come in and stir you up with their, words of the past or whatever. Like, it's like you know who you are. It's the I am. I know who I am. I know who I am, and I am secure in myself. And it doesn't bother you, you know, like people trying to come into your boundary. They're just not going to be able to because you're going to have a big old moat around. And if you don't know what a moat is, it's like that water around the castle. Yeah. So, yeah, you are keeping to yourself. And, like, even if people have some harsh words, like it's just you're not giving them what they want. You're not fighting fire with fire. You're like sitting in your secure attachment, and you're letting them just like fall into the moat, right? You're making plans for your future now. That's what you're doing. You're like, where do I want to go next? Where does this all lead? I want to expand my horizons. A lot of you could be moving, planning retirement, um, just thinking about like the future, where like maybe before you couldn't think about the future because you were busy dealing with like the problems of right now. And I'm not saying to like live in the future, but it's good to have like a direction that you want to take with the Emperor. Like what am I going to conquer next, right? What am I going to conquer next? What's my next move? If you're a chess player, what's my next move? But really thinking about it, not just going for it. And I do think that before, like, you just didn't have time to think about what your next move was because you were always like on cleanup patrol or like, fire damage and, trying to like fix everything. You couldn't even see in front of you to like see what was next. You were just so like ingrained into like what I'm doing now, just like fixing it, fixing it, fixing it, going through the motions. All right, so let's see. King of Wands. you're not going to have to worry anymore. You're not going to be thinking about this anymore. This is the end of like this stressful time. You're regulating your nervous system. You're passionate and happy and secure and protected and brave, and you know it. And like you will be knowing it. If this isn't you now, I'm telling you, this is coming up before December. You're going to see, you're going to, I think for a lot of you, you're going to be seeing stuff happen as soon as September, October, but others of you will be November, December. And next year is going to be completely different, There's a lot of, we'll get into next year. There's a lot of things happening in astrology next year, with Chiron leaving Aries forever in our lifetime, right? And going into Taurus, which this is like very much Taurus energy, Venusian energy, like, how cozy can I make my castle and my life? It's all about that soft life, cozy energy. So you deserve this. What else is the King of Wands? What are they passionate and happy about? What's this growth? You've left behind us. You've left things in the past. You let sleeping dogs lie, right? And you've left them in the past, and you've made it through. You're having the renewal process because you went through the metamorphosis, and it may have felt messy and chaotic and sticky and gross and like take you forever, and like you couldn't see clearly, but you got yourself out of these self-limiting beliefs, right? Like these fears cannot stop you where you're going. um, you know that's in the past, right? You've learned your lessons, and now you're going to upgrade, and of course you'll have new lessons, but you're not going to be cycling the same lessons. Like you passed the test. You were definitely like, you'll have new lessons and new places, but you're done with these old cycles. And for some of you, they may have lasted years, a decade, right? And like you finally like cut off the toxic BS, and we're like, you know what? Enough is enough, right? With those swords, you're like the cold energy, like, no, no more, right? These are my boundaries. Come at me, right? And it's like, it's just, you pass the test and you're moving on. What else about this King of Wands, this happiness and growth? You're not letting people manipulate you anymore. This is so heavy in the swords. I think it is that you just don't think the same. Like you've really changed. Um, you don't believe in lack. The lack mindset is behind you. It's like you've leveled up and you've got the bird's eye view of like that mountain goat with the Aries energy, and like people can't come in and try and steal your energy, and like, and if they are, you're going to clock them, and you're going to tell them, where to go with that energy. Like, you're going to clock them so fast. Like, you could see somebody and, like, within 3 minutes know if they have good or bad intention towards you, right? So it's just not going to work. The same things are not going to work, and you're going to get your 10 of Pentacles, right? This eclipse season is all about your finances, your energy, your health, right? For some of you, if this is a health, because the pentacles have to do with groundedness, with earth energy, and that's why it has to do with health and wealth. So like, if you were cutting out any substances or drinking, vaping, whatever it is that you were doing, for some of you, like by not doing it, not only are you going to improve your health, but you're also going to improve your wealth and your sturdy foundation, because you're going to have more money and be able to have clear mind to see how you want to use that energy, like how you want to spend that fortune, like, and able to save money. So it's wealth and health. If you're trying to like lower your cholesterol, like this is a really good time for that. If you're trying to leave your job and start a new one, start a new business, if you're trying to buy a house, like this is all favorable. I feel like I get so like energized when I do this readings that I feel like I don't want to feel like I'm lecturing you. But it's like so good. And it's like, I'm so proud. Like, there's been so many readings where it's just like stuck in the muck, stuck in the muck. And like, and then this card will come in at the end of the reading. Like, the universe wants to give you a second chance, but you like you have to make the first move. So that the universe can give you the second chance. And now I can see that clearly that the people that are here have passed the test. So I'm super excited for you. Any last advice for the collective on this reading about their newfound stability and prosperity and health? Oh, you successfully close out this chapter. Congratulate yourself, or you will be congratulating yourself because you closed out this cycle, and now, excuse me. And now it's time for a whole new ball game. I don't know why I keep using baseball. I was doing that yesterday, but it's time for a whole new ball game, and everything's going to be different. You've like leveled up. You went from the magician with one. You don't have the magician here, but you know the she has two. She has two wands now. So the magician has one wand. She has two wands. They look like batons, but they're magic wands. And it's like you've stepped up your game and you're ready. Like, next, what's next? Next, what's next? You've successfully completed this chapter. Congratulations, collective. This is freaking amazing. I don't know how many eclipse seasons it has taken you to get through this energy, but you're here. The time is now. You've gotten through it. And now what's next? What's next? Let's change the story. You know, we don't want to hear the same story again, right? And like, I can see here that you're doing it. It's freaking amazing. So collective, channeled messages. These are channeled messages that I wrote when I was in a meditative state. Let's see here. Channeled messages. New opportunities. New chapter. What did I tell you? Like, you passed the test. New opportunities, new chapters. And then you got Sagittarius. So Sagittarius is like new adventures, right? They point and shoot, right? So you're directing your energy towards what you want. And also Sagittarius season is right around the corner. You got 1 month as well. So I believe that Sagittarius season is in October, November. Is that correct? Yeah. Yeah, so it's coming right up, right? And then you have unexpected visitor. That could be also what this is, coming in to close out a cycle with you, but you're not playing games, and you're not going to give in to anybody's guilt. Anybody you're not playing, right? And like, they can't come in and like rile you up or change your direction or get you to pity them. Dark night of the soul. You passed the test. The dark night of the soul is over. Finally. What else? I think that's probably plenty, but divine protection. You're divinely protected. Your guides are watching out for you, and especially now that you've made so much progress, they're even more fiercely protective of your energy because you're not going back. You're not going back. That's the whole thing. It's like, whatever this is, like, you can't go back now, right? Like, everything's different now. And so, like, you can only go forward at this point. Let's get a couple of these magical messages for you. Oh, is that the magnet on the box? There's so much that can happen in one day. Be alive every generous present moment. So this is about enjoying the little things. This is about that Six of Cups energy, wherever that is. Like, really enjoying the day-to-day, the simple, the finer thing, the simple things in life. Like, you don't need as much as you used to need, and you don't expect as much from yourself as you used to expect, and it's bringing in a lot more happiness, You're able to, like, make do with the little things, and it actually gives you so much more. You're not, like, chasing after unrealistic dreams or comparing yourself to what other people have. You're enjoying what you have for yourself because you have so much clarity with all these swords. Anything else? Sometimes it's a season to manifest things out of your life, move out of your life, move on to new magic. Yeah, this is perfect. Sometimes it's the season to manifest things out of your life. Move on to new magic. You're not going back. You're going to have a whole new, like, set of things that you're thinking about, that you worry about, that you're doing day to day. Your life is going to look so much different. Like, finally. All right, so one taco message, and we'll close this out. Thank you so much for being here, collective. What is it, taco cards? Universe, what do you want to say? Let's wrap up this message with some nice, happy, inspiring message from the taco cards. The taco cards never go wrong with these. Always dead on. But these have all been, oh God. The golden taco. Wealth is on the table. Prosperity wants you to fill your plate and your pockets. Be prepared to receive. Golden taco. You've got the golden taco. This is like the golden ticket in Willy Wonka. And the this is it. It's your time. This is a lot of them, but let's see if they're good. Let yourself play. This is the jalapeno jamboree. Bring the smiles, bring the silly. Life's more flavorful when you let loose and laugh a little more. Yeah, you're going to be having more fun. You're going to be having more fun. You're going to be enjoying life more. And the other two, decode your feelings. Emotions come in layers. Let them unfold. Each one carries you closer to your core truth and path. So these are for those of you that are just starting this journey here. Yeah, like you're going to be understanding what you feel, a little bit at a time. It comes in waves, right? It's like you may feel fine and then you may have some emotions or you think about things. But this is what's getting you closer to your goal. And this is what's getting you closer to this new start, the second chance. And this is what's getting you to leave things behind because you're actually listening to your feelings. Like you're not numbing your emotions. You're not like shutting them out. You're actually thinking about them. And that is what's inspiring change. And the last one is cracked shell. You're still whole. Even if things break, your core remains delicious. You're more than the mess. Keep going. Yeah. So if you feel like, you're messy or you're broken, like this is part of, it's all about your inside and like you still are delicious, right? So it's like, I'm getting that one's for people that like have had a really hard time making this new start because you didn't have the self-confidence before to be able to do this. But you do now. You have the self-confidence. You know that you are wonderful. You are wonderful. And like, even if there's so many things that have been circumstantial or mistakes that you've made, and it's like mistakes are meant to be made. That's how you learn. It's not like a character flaw if you made mistakes. Like if you didn't ever make that mistake, you might not have learned that lesson. And these are the things that get us to where we are, so like with each lesson, with each mistake, which each thing that we think is breaks us or has broken us or has like battered us down, it's like we use those to rise to the challenges because like, you're not, you don't have to maintain a certain appearance or, like we all go through big things in life, sometimes we have to break in order to like rebuild. And so like, that's just the fact of the matter. And, but this is happening. You passed the test. I'm so excited for you guys. I really am. Thank you so much. If you like this message, please like it and subscribe to my channel for more messages like these. Thanks. Bye.